Welcome back to Chair Yoga Plus. In Chair Yoga Plus, we do things in the chair and standing next to the chair to build strength, range of motion, and stability. Join me as we practice today to work in our comfort zone. So we begin with our warm-up. So let's just pick up the toes and drop them down, kind of tapping the balls of the feet against the floor. And let's lift the heels up and down. Notice how your ankles feel. And then lifting one leg, let's circle the toes around, moving through the ankle and go in the other direction. And then let's go to the other side. You can practice sitting tall here with your shoulders over your hips as you circle, and then place that down. Lift one foot and then lift the other. Just like walking, but lifting the knees forward and up, working through our hip. And then coming to the hips, we'll rock side to side. We'll take this into a circle. So come to one side, lean out over the leg, sweep it over to the other side. Come back up, maybe lean back a little bit, pull in the core to hold you there, and back around. Now, in this video today, I'm going to encourage you to work in your comfort zone. So if you just want to stay here rocking side to side, that's fair. Do what's good for you and stay in your comfort zone today. And then we'll go circle in the other way. We lean out over the other leg, forward and around. So what does that mean? That means that, like, for example, our circles here could be very small. Just feeling the weight shift. Or they could be bigger as you start to gain that core control to hold you into the chair. When you're done, come up, plant your hands on your thighs, and now push down on the thighs as you roll the shoulders down your back. Notice that gentle engagement once again in your core. And then release the hands and let's hold the hands up, make a fist and stretch them out. And let's circle, make a light fist here, circle your wrists and then circle them in the other direction. And then bring the hands at your side. We'll lift now through the whole arm, turn the palms out, wiggle those fingers again as you bring them down. Just finding that movement through all the joints in our body. Keeping the hands down, let's roll the shoulders. And reverse that. Once again, bring the hands to the thighs, pressing down, lifting up through the core. Give the chin a slight tuck and turn your head one side, center, and the other side, and center. And again, find your range of motion, your comfort, and work there today. Finding movement. Let's bring it center. Now make a circle with your nose. Just think, you can't see your nose, so just think about your nose going into this circle. And again, how big? Up to you. Notice your neck. And let's go in the other direction. Start small. Go where you can. And bring it back to center. Hands down at your side. Once again, mountain in the chair. Take the arms up. Inhale. This time, reach out of one side, getting into the ribs, and then reach out of the other side. Back and forth, taking your time, noticing how far can you reach up. Still staying in the chair. Yes. And then once again, hands are even, press palm to palm. Push your feet into the floor. Be heavy in the hips. Take it over to one side. Palms are reaching out, up over the head. If they're a little forward, that's fair too. Remember, we're working in our comfort zone today. And then we'll release back to center and take it over to the other side. Wonderful. And bring it back to center and release and wiggle those fingers all the way down. And once again, circling your wrists the other direction. I hear a little popping in my left wrist, but there's no pain, so I can continue. And then resting here. Let's bring the feet close together. You can actually cross one foot in front of the other. I'm going to come forward a little bit so that the pinky sides of my feet are on the earth. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, they could be close so that your pinky side of your foot is resting and you're getting a stretch in your inner thighs. We're going to work with that right now. Pull the knees closer together and release them out. Hold them together. And I'm not using my hands, just resting them there for support or holding on to the chair. Hold them out. Separate them, lift the heart, and then bring them in together. Pull the belly in, look down at your knees. Tall, apart, together, curl. And come back to neutral, uncross. Let's pick up those toes again. Tap, tap, tap. Heels. Let's go back and forth. Heels, toes, heels, toes. And now let's take the other foot across in front, or once again, bring them to the pinky side of your feet. Sitting tall, supporting yourself here by holding onto the chair or pressing into your thighs. We pull the knees together and then we let them go out to the side, maybe even coax them out a little bit and then bring them in. Let's add the spine movement here. So as they come out, we look up, and as they come in, we curl into cat. One more. And release back to neutral. Uncross your feet. Let's separate them a little bit and rock side to side once again. And then bringing the feet parallel, sitting back a little bit in your chair. You can take one foot now across to meet the other foot and let the knee fall out to the side. Getting an inner thigh stretch and maybe an outer hip stretch a little bit. And again, we can take this to another level by bringing that foot up onto the opposite thigh. Make sure that the foot is somewhat neutral. Some people like to rest their ankle on the thigh. Make sure the other foot is right underneath. And then this knee just goes out to the side using gravity. But we can work against this stretch a little bit by lifting through the heart. And again, this might be good for most of you. Some of you would like more, so we come forward, open the palms, and hold ourselves here in this figure 4 stretch. Maybe 1 or 2 more breaths. And carefully come up on an inhale and bring that foot down. And maybe heel toe the feet out and back in again. Stay here. Now, make sure that your feet are slightly apart. Take one foot across to meet the other foot. Let the knee fall out to the side. Stay here if this is your comfort zone. If you want to, you could bring that up onto your thigh. And again, you can cross over so that the ankle is on the thigh. I'm going to be here. And then you work against it. You lift through the core, bring the shoulders down your back. Let gravity take that knee out to the side. Open the palms. You can stay tall or you can lean forward, reaching the arms long out in front of you. Hold here for 4 or 5 breaths. And when you're ready, you come back up nice and tall. Release the foot down to the floor. Sitting tall. Let's heel toe those feet out and rock side to side in a wide angle with our legs now. And if you'll notice, we're working with the hips today. And again, don't work through any pain. Always monitor what you're doing, because you're there on the other side of the camera. I can't see you, so we want to make sure that you work within your comfort zone. Let's heel toe those feet back in. Take a nice deep breath here. Take the fingers out, wiggle them down. I'm going to stand next. Please join me using the chair for support. So we want to bring the chair to one side. Standing behind the chair, we're going to do those heel lifts again, up and down. Notice my fingers are touching the chair for a little support. And now we're going to take it in the other direction. We're going to bend and push the hips back and lift back up. How deep you go is truly in your hands, because you need to monitor your range of motion here today. I'm just showing you some options. So it could be shallow or it could be deep, but always the knees stay right over your ankles here. And then we're going to stay down in our chair position. Again, hands can be on the chair. You can reach forward and rest your forearms on the chair. Or if you're ready today and you've got good balance, you could lift the arms off the chair, or they can come up alongside of your ears. Go where you feel you can hold the pose and breathe naturally. Maybe after the 4th or 5th breath, we bring the hands back down to the chair. I'm resting my forearms. You could put your palms down, that's okay too. And we're going to lift one heel and lift the other. We're still staying in our chair position with the hips back, but now we're working through the ankles. And again, you can challenge yourself here by stretching the arms out and being balanced. Arms can come up, gaze can come up. And then both feet down. Let's stand tall, reach up, reach out of one side, reach out of the other, and float the arms down. Just notice the energy in your body as you do these poses. Let's come into down dog. So we're going to step the feet back and lower the heart towards the floor. And again, you could be here or at any angle using the chair today. And then we'll come up a little bit, look at the chair, soften your knees, step 1 foot forward for our lunge pose. Lifting the heart, maybe hovering the hands, or another option is they come up overhead. When you're ready, we release the hands and we step it back into down dog. Bend the knees, step the other foot forward, lunge on the other side. Again, hover or hands up over your head. Where do you feel the most comfortable to hold your lunge pose today? And the hands come down and we step it back. And right here, let's take a moment and just walk our dog. And then release it, step the first side forward again. Lift the back heel to get that stretch through the bottom of the foot. Perhaps the hands come hovering over the chair or up alongside of your ears. And we release, step it back, down dog. Keep the chin slightly tucked in down dog and let the energy flow through the crown of the head towards the chair. And then release that, bend the knees, step the other foot forward, lunge on the other side. And release that, step it back, down dog. Stay here in down dog. I'm going to separate my feet just a little bit and do thread the needle. So we take one hand out to the side, twist through the body and lift, look up, take it across the body and look over the other shoulder. Inhale and exhale as you twist. Last one. Release the twist, hand to the chair, down dog. And then release that, soften the knees. Let's take it to the other side. So I'm going to angle myself here so you can see. Inhale, exhale across my body. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Release, back to our down dog. Feet can come a little closer. Push the hips back. And then slowly come up, bend the knees and walk in towards your chair and stand tall. Coming back into the chair for some more poses. We're going to take one leg out to the side, and if you can, you want that foot flat, but if it needs to be on the toe side, the big toe side, that's fair too. Maybe you have to have a little bend in it, and that's fair. Come to your comfort, stretching that leg out to the side. Other leg is right here in the chair, so you are sort of, your body's facing the corner of your chair. And then we'll take the opposite arm up. So whatever leg is extended, the opposite arm comes up and we lean over towards that extended leg into our gate pose. You can support yourself on the thigh. You can take your fingertips below the knee, not on the knee. I'm sure you know that. I've said that in most of my videos. I try to cue those areas where we want to make sure we're safe. Hold here, keep breathing in our gate pose. Reach out a little longer if you're able. Keep the chin slightly tucked to protect the neck. And then we'll bring that top arm in, slowly come up and slide that foot in and pause for a moment. And let's take it to the other side. So extending the other leg out. We sit tall, and again, our bodies are facing that corner of the chair. Whatever leg's out to the side, opposite arm up. And you can stay right here. Nice stretch through the side body. We can deepen that stretch by leaning over towards that extended leg. And again, hand can be on the thigh or below the knee. We just pause in our position here, checking in to make sure that we're working, but we're in a comfort zone. We can hold the pose without straining or pain. That's important. No pain in our yoga class. Never work through that. Coax the body into a nice deep stretch. Yes. And then come up, releasing that down, stepping that foot carefully back to center, and sitting tall for a moment, and finding your breath. Now we've stretched out the hip. Let's give it some motion. So I'm going to lace my fingers around the kneecap, and the hands are pulling in a little bit. So I'm going to come forward a little so I don't hit the chair. And I want the arms to move the legs. So you can see how my elbows bend and straighten as I circle that knee around. And reverse it in the other direction. And release. Let's do it on the other side. Holding below the kneecap, letting the leg weight rest in the hands as we move the leg around. And the other direction. And center, release it down. Sitting back just a little bit, we're going to come into a twist. So I'm going to give a couple options here so you can find your comfort zone. First would be just to come back to that crossing one foot in front of the other. And whatever foot's in front, that's the leg you're going to turn towards. So you could be here, or you can cross your legs into a tighter squeeze in the inner thighs. And you're going to still turn towards that top leg. And from here, notice my hands are supporting myself on my thigh. I want to lift the ribs and turn. You want to keep the chin somewhere in line with the body. And then if you want, you can extend the back hand back. And this arm down towards the earth, pressing into the thigh, helping with the twist here. Holding and making sure that you can breathe naturally without any pain. There's effort, yes, we want effort, but we want that effort to be within our comfort zone. Slowly release the twist and release the legs. And just maybe rock side to side to release any tension, even out the muscles, and we'll go to the other side. You could start here and start to turn towards that leg, ankles to ankle, or you can do knee to knee. I'm using my body here to lift the ribs and turn and lift and turn. And when I've found my twist, maybe I extend the back arm. Maybe I can bring the front arm to the outside of that thigh. Continue natural breathing. And on an exhale, we release the head, the back arm, the shoulder, and then release the legs down. And then once again, let's take our hands onto the below the kneecap onto the shin and circle that leg and in the other direction. How did you do? Did you find your comfort zone today in all of our poses and movements, working with effort and with ease? And release that down. Let's heel toe the feet apart. Take a forward fold here, round the shoulders forward, roll up. One more cat-cow here. And sitting tall, we'll heel toe the feet back to center. Sit back a little bit in our chair. Take our hands to one side. Let's do our big rainbow breath here. Inhale, spread the fingers, lift the hands. As you bring them down on the other side, you soften. Inhale, spread the fingers, soften, and twist back to the other side. Big breath here, arcing the hands in a big rainbow shape above the body here. And if you have to be here, that's fair too. You can still get that twist, get that stretch through the fingers, and work within your comfort zone. Last time, bring it center, sitting tall, roll the shoulders down your back, rest your hands on your thighs, and just pause for a moment and enjoy the benefits of your work today as you found your comfort zone in your practice of yoga.